Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Got to feel it. What's the name of the jam? Say I can feel it. You know you can. I've got my groove on, and I'm ready to go. Check out my ride, girl, but don't touch my radio. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. And the party's jumping here, and the vibe feels so strong. Throw your hands in the air, lift your head up high. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Got to feel it. What's the name of the jam? Say I can feel it. You know you can. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? So you've got to sing along. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Got to feel it.
Friday, guys. I'm on early because it's Friday. Well, I'm on early because it's Friday. Shout out to everyone in here, man. Let's see if we can get Bitcoin to keep squeezing up here. I think it's going to be an altcoin weekend this weekend, guys. The charts are screaming altcoin weekend right now. Obviously, some of them have already moving up, right? So you already have XRP, ADA, HBAR, Bonk already moving up, but the rest of the charts are screaming an altcoin season weekend. They're just screaming it to me. And I'll show you a couple charts why. I hope you guys, like we said, we're looking for Bitcoin to have a pullback, and we're looking to look for alts on that pullback. So there's a couple charts that are screaming it to me. But we'll see what happens. But we got 91,139 on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's squeezing up. Bitcoin's up 4% today. It's always like to see. It's always what we like to see. Yeah, baby. But there's some other charts, right? So we'll take a look. But I see falling wedges everywhere. I see falling wedges breaking to the upside. I see double bottoms and big dumping crashes and squeezes back to the upside everywhere. But let's see what happens, guys. But yeah, Pepe. Yeah, Pepe. And the Pepe. And the Pepe. You just bought more sweet today. That is all. I got bags for everything I want now. There's Thor. Let's not talk about Thor. Let's go, dude. But we got 91,206 on the corn, man. So Bitcoin's still the play, dude. You know, as much as we want to get hyped on altcoins, I still think just being in Bitcoin is kind of the play, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're not going to get like the 20% days on Bitcoin, but it's just a consistent 4 or 5%, at least at this point. So Bitcoin's still king, obviously. But I still think some other charts are screaming upside. Doge went down to my downside target today. Well, it went back down to the bottom of the range, which I was looking for. All right, so we got Doge back down to the bottom of the range, back to these wicks. So Doge getting a nice bounce there, and it's little brother SHIB with the falling wedge. Obviously, like these are ones that haven't really moved yet, but obviously you got Cardano, which is basically at the highs, right? Well, it's actually not even to its first resistance. So Cardano is obviously going nuts. We'll play the pump song for Cardano, but 81.4% on Cardano. And then XRP, which broke out of the crab claw. It's out of the crab claw, guys. And when XRP gets out of the crab claw, right, obviously it's got this resistance level at 93.8. But when XRP gets out of the crab claw, we know what's going to happen, man. Right? So XRP, I got to play the pump song for XRP and ADA. As much as you know, we're finally look at how ugly that crab is, by the way. Look how ugly that crab is, dude. That's an ugly ass crab, dude. Only I would draw the crab. But yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people in the chat saying like, I'm sad I sold my XRP and ADA. I mean, they're only up 2x, guys, so it's not like they're fucking going nuts, right? I mean, a lot of altcoins are already up way more than 2x. So it's not like, oh my God, man, I missed out so much on ADA and XRP. They're only up 2x, guys, right? I mean, compared to Doge, it's up 4x, SHIB was up 4x, right? All these other coins. But so just remember that, right? Don't feel FOMO on these coins. I mean, at the end of the day, they're only up 2x. Right, at least at this point. But yeah, 93.8, which is that next resistance on XRP. And ADA's probably got higher to go, honestly. If we look at ADA, 81.4 is that March high. So good shit there, man, good shit. But anyways, all eyes are on Bitcoin. And what I'm going to be watching for Bitcoin now. Lockside said, look at my old code. Look at my old code. Those are the flavors of the week. Next week, it'll be 2 different coins that we'll be hyped up about. It's always something different. You know what I'm saying? It's always a different coin every week. But look at my old code. But at the end of the day, yeah, so what I'm going to be watching on Bitcoin, if it keeps squeezing up, obviously, because Bitcoin's going to decide what these alts do, is this upward sloping trend line, right? So a lot of people are going only 2x. Yes. Well, as of right now, yes. So if we look at this right here, a lot of people are getting so bad. But if we look at this right here, right? So obviously this is the trend line that I'm watching, right? So this trend line is still the level that I'm watching on Bitcoin. So obviously we got a rejection on it the first time, right? So if we look up here and we look at this trend line right here, obviously Bitcoin rejected from that trend line the first time. So if we could get Bitcoin back up to here, right, to 93,380, right, that's kind of the level we got to watch out for, right? Will we get rejected from there again? The other thing is, what we got to keep watching for, guys, as much as I do think we're going to get like an altcoin freaking run this weekend. It seems like it. Based on the charts, we're going to get some altcoins running to the upside. It's still this chart, right? We still got to be wary of this chart. This actually did break down from this little local level, but this is stablecoin dominance. We have to be a little careful of this, right? And at the end of the day, right, we are at the low. So a lot of people are going to be screaming that we're so early still. I still don't think we're so early, guys. Don't be fooled. We're not early. Coinbase was all the way at number 10 on the App Store. So don't be fooled by the word it's so early. We are at, okay, we are at, if we go over here, we are still at this trend line on USDT dominance, which has marked every top for Bitcoin, and it's basically since 2017. Not saying Bitcoin's topped, but it's definitely something. Just make sure you guys, if you're making gains on these coins, you guys are taking stuff out, right? Even if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. I'm not going to sound like the good guy today, but I will sound like the good guy when you round trip everything to the downside at some point, which most people will. But yeah, so just make sure you guys are being wary of that, right? We are at this. We still could come back down and double tap this, which probably means we have a little bit higher to go if this is going to be resistance again. But at the end of the day, yeah. So basically, just watch this, guys. Just if this comes back down to this, which it looks like it wants to, honestly. If it comes back down to this, it probably means we got a little weekend pump, little weekend pumpage. But just be wary when we do hit this again. That was a local top right here. That was a local top right here. When we do hit this again, just watch it. If we break this to the downside, it's going to be fucking fun. It's going to be a fucking fun time, guys. But just watch that very, very carefully, man. Very, very carefully. All right. All right. Anyways, let's hang on to Bitcoin for a little bit. Cost got a T1 exchange. Get back in, Joe Dan. Bro, I'm in a cost long right now, bro. You read my mind. I already got the cost chart up right here. I got the arrow up, bro. I had it in the pregame lobby. Dude, this cost pump and dump, dude, was the perfect opportunity to get long back down here. Oh my God. Honestly, the cost chart, now that reclaimed back into this channel, let me get rid of the arrow real quick. But once it reclaimed back into this channel, you're now holding it as support again. You got a double tap. And you got that like weird pump and dump yesterday. Oh my God, just a perfect spot to get long on cost. So yeah, I'm long cost. So I'm trying to ride this at least back to these highs. Let's fucking go. But this is strong support on cost. This should go up. This should go up. If it doesn't, there's something wrong. There's something seriously wrong. Put my arrow back up. But if it doesn't, there's something seriously wrong, dude. Seriously wrong. I'm also long on SHIB because SHIB's got the classic falling wedge. And the setup was this fucking low to this fucking high. You got the perfect golden pocket right there. So I'm also long on SHIB. So I'm long SHIB, long cost. I'm in spot Doge too. So let's see what happens, man. But I do think we're going to get a good weekend based on the charts. They're showing a good altcoin weekend. Or at least setting up for a good altcoin, some good altcoin days here. Maybe not on the weekend. Maybe we'd be chop on the weekend. But ultimately, I think we're setting up for some good plays here over the course of the next few days. So I'm kind of excited, man. And obviously, Bitcoin keeps going up. It's a great feeling, man. It's a good feeling when Bitcoin keeps going up. I'm honestly like just shocked every day that it just keeps squeezing up. It's kind of crazy. But here we are again at 91K. It's pretty crazy. So we'll see what happens, man. Franco said, I'm TP 25% of my cost at 17 cents. Yeah, dude. It's probably a good idea. That's honestly probably a good idea. 17 cents. So above these highs. Yeah. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I'll probably TP 50% at these highs right here and then let the rest ride. But let's go, man. I'm ready for it. I am so ready for it, dude. I'm so ready for it, man. Thoughts on Algo? Yeah, Algo's getting the squeeze. So what you're seeing right now is a lot of the coins that were lagging really, really bad are getting squeezes. I think they're mostly short squeezes. A lot of the coins that were just down bad, like Algorand, HBAR, XRP, Cardano, they're getting these short squeezes to the upside because they really haven't gone up at all this whole bull. So you're seeing a lot of those get short squeezes to the upside. How long will that last? Probably until people just keep shorting these things, which may be a while because people like to short these coins, right? Let's see. I'm trying to look around here. But yeah, we can go through a bunch of altcoins today if you want. Thoughts on FET? FET? I mean, there's a lot of FUD on FET right now. That's the issue. There's a lot of FUD on FET because they keep having these new coins coming in. They keep wanting to add these new coins on the freaking on their freaking new like alliance shit. It's like, we don't want an alliance. Just go back to the old FET. Ever since they started this alliance shit, this coin's been ass. Before they had the alliance, it was good. After alliance, ass cheeks. But once again, it's at the channel support. So if this market's gonna go nuts, which honestly, I think we're shaping up for a little bit of an altcoin season here, guys. I was waiting for kind of a Bitcoin pullback, and I think, though this wasn't a huge Bitcoin pullback, I think that what I saw was Bitcoin pulled back and you had altcoins holding up like really, really good. It was weird. Like Bitcoin dumped, and I think that was the sign. Bitcoin dumped 7%, but you had altcoins still popping up. You had even the altcoins that weren't popping up, dude, they were barely going down. Like barely. You have maybe 20% pullbacks, which is not that bad. And I think that was kind of the sign. And then when I kind of look around at some of these like logarithmic charts, right? I mean, they're at the lows, right? So obviously, you were at the low here, you went back to the high. You're at the low here, you went back to the high. You've got a double tap in here, right? Maybe you test it again, but I think a lot of these charts are setting up for another run to the highs. As crazy as that sounds from these levels, it does sound kind of crazy, I know. It does sound kind of crazy, but I think a lot of these charts are setting up for, moves back up to the top of these channels, whether it's FET or let's see, or stacks, right? And it's not these like specific coins. I'm just showing you guys like where they are, right? At the lows, went back to the highs. At the lows, went back to the highs. Double tap on the lows, right? Which I was looking for that double tap. We got it, right? You got to see once again, like these coins go back up to these highs of the channel, right? It sounds crazy, I know. It really does. And if you've never been here before, you would be like, that's fucking crazy. Stacks isn't going to do a 5x from here. Maybe it doesn't. But I really think I really think these things are setting up for these. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Doesn't have to necessarily be today. But over these next few weeks, I think we're setting up for at least to move up to the middle of the channel, if not the top of the channel. So let's see what happens, guys. Oh man, yo, shout out to PE. He came in with the $10 super. Said, I feel like you've expressed to not do super chats. It's not that I expressed not to. I just don't really push them really. But I just appreciate the insight you offer. I'm into DGen around 1.8 cents, and I'm curious what you feel about its current movement. DGen? Thank you, PD. Thanks for the nice words, man. I like when you guys come in with nice words, man. it always feels kind of good. It always feels kind of good. You're in degen from 1.3. I don't know. This one's hot. This is one that got launched on Coinbase and literally launched, dude. And literally launched, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it went on Coinbase and it went nuts. So you're in from 1.3. I don't know, dude. Like, this is one where you just don't know anymore. You just don't know anymore, dude. Well, I mean, you could do like this little one, but you already hit the 3618. So now you're just kind of chilling. A little bit of 4-hour bearish divergence, but honestly, in this current market environment, where these coins have these bearish divergences, like, they don't really matter, dude. I mean, all you can really do in this circumstance is you're in price discovery, so just make sure you're TPing on the way up, right? You get another squeeze up, just sell a little bit. Squeeze up, just sell a little bit. It's hard when you're in these market conditions where things are just vertical and you don't know what Bitcoin's going to really do. So yeah, it's hard to know. That's why you just slowly taking profits on the way up is the best strategy, in my opinion, because as much as we want to look at targets and where this is going to go, we really don't know. At the end of the day, we can have a good guess down here, but here, it's hard to know, man. It's really, really hard to know. But yeah, this thing has been going nuts. Degen since 0.006. Oh, you probably got in when it was on Coinbase, dude. You got in at the Pico Coinbase low? Why do I think you're fibbing, my man? Who said that? V-Sun? Dude, you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT entry sniper if that was you. You're literally the GOAT. I'm not that much of a goat. I'll tell you right now. I'm the anti-goat. I'm literally a lamb. I'm a lamb chop. Literally a lamb chop. Incognito said, make Jordan great again. Oh, come on, Incognito. It's Friday. Give me a break, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Dude, I want to see Bitcoin go back to the highs before I get off today. That's what I want to see. Wait. Vlad said, check Pepe. Also, FET has new burning mechanism. It does? Check Pepe. Look at the Pepe. Look at the Pepe. Yeah. Breakout retest. Breakout retest. It's quite wonderful. No, Pepe though, I think we already have the targets on here. So we hit the 1618. I mean, if I think those other alts are going to do something, I mean Pepe going to these next targets seems pretty likely. I think what I would do is something like this. And I know this also is going to sound kind of crazy, but sometimes these horizontals work. We already saw it work on Bitcoin once, right? Bitcoin rejected from its horizontal. You actually have a little bit of confluence here. If you look at this, right? So say Pepe keeps squeezing up, the altcoins keep squeezing to the upside. If you look at this March high and May high, you might have a little confluence up here at like 3618, right in this zone, at like 4.7 to 5.3. Let's leave this up. I'll be curious to see if we can get Pepe up into here before maybe it has like a deeper pullback. I'm gonna leave this here. But these are the type of things you gotta look for in these things. Let's just leave that there. Maybe we have a little confluence of hitting this trend line and the 3618. You might have a little confluence. It might be kind of nice. But that would be like another, actually that's like another 130% move from there. Which is pretty big. It's pretty fucking big. That ain't a chump. That ain't no chump change. Pepe will make Lucky Short very happy in the future. Lucky Short? Who the fuck? Who is Lucky Short? Who the hell is Lucky Short? Oh god. I'm not hip, dude. I'm not hip anymore. I'm not hip to these memes and shit. I don't even know if that's a meme. You guys watching the Mike Tyson fight tonight? Let me know in the chat who you think's gonna win, Tyson or Paul. I might watch it. We'll see. Well, I might watch it. Well, I might be somewhere where it's on, so then I'll definitely be watching it. If you're watching it, let me know who you think's gonna win. Check Bonk. Yeah, Bonk I saw was pumping. It's right back up to resistance. Like, can this be the first time where Bonk? Actually, it wouldn't be the first time, but you might be putting in the highest daily close of all time for Bonk, assuming it can hold up here. The highest daily close ever for Bonk in the history of Bonk. But actually, this is the first time where you've actually gone up into it, up into this level, and then you've actually not just insta-nuked, right? So you went up into this level, and now you're actually coming up into it again. That's the first time you were able to do that. So you are seeing like some different strength on some of these coins at certain levels, right? So you hit this, you did get I think you got a pretty decent pullback. Yeah, you get like a 26% pullback, and then it just goes again. But you are seeing some interesting strength on some of these, man. Bonk has an interest, like this, the double bottom on Bonk. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. Where can we go for Bonk though? Let's do top to bottom again, because why not? And I don't really know if there's much we can do with this. I mean, we can do one of these again. I like these because they give you some confluence. But this one doesn't seem like it's going to be in an area of interest. We'll leave it. We'll leave it as another level to watch. But these are the levels I would watch, right? 7, and then this trend line, 10.6, 14. But let's start with breaking out first. You know what I mean? Like, let's start with breaking out first, and then we can talk. Bonk's almost in like a channel too, right? High to low, high to low. You've been at the lows for a while. Back to the highs. It'd be similar to Pepe, actually. This would be actually almost the same, about 113% move. We'll see, though. We'll see. Bitcoin, 91, 200. Let's see what we got. Sweet. Hops is shouting out Sweet. Let's go check out Sweet, dude. We got all the coins. We got so many coins, dude. There's so many coins now, man. It's like hard to keep up with all of them. Sweet! Oh, we got Sweet almost at a new all-time high. Very, very close to a new all-time high on Sweet. It's pretty crazy, man. This thing just freaking went nuts from this low, huh? Damn. Let's do the same thing. Let's just pull out a fib. So we rejected from the 1618, and then we just instantly went up. We had one red day and just like instantly went back up again. All right, well, 2618, 493, 493. Should we do one of these too? Oh man, you're right at that one. You are already right at that one, but I don't think that, is this the inception high? You are already right at that trend line. Damn. You actually got 3 hits too. You got 1, 2, 3, and you're right at that one again. If Sweet can break above this, damn. But you are right at that trend line. You're right at that trend line. You're like literally right at it. It's kind of funny. Everyone's yelling coins, dude. This is the look at my old coin season.
Rant alert.
Oh god, man. I love to look at my old coin season. Look at my old coin. PE, so we aren't in price discovery for DJ, and I'm not sure what differs in the chart you checked, but all the all-time highs is 6.4 cents. Oh shit. There's higher prices? Okay. All right. Bam. There is higher prices. The all-time high is 6.4. I don't know what chart. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, golden pockets coming up. 4 cents. Now we're talking. Damn, that's even crazier of a move now when you look at it like this. Shit. 4.1. But yeah, we're just playing fib levels now. That's all we can do. All we can do is play fib levels. All we can do is play fib levels. But that's crazy. That's just like ripped. Lord. All right, back to the coin. We're getting distracted. Life, don't ever listen to Becker. Life lesson for listening to Becker. Becker? Oh, man. No, Becker's fine. I mean, he's fine, man. He's fine. Horse guy? Is he home? Horse guy! They want to know what's going on, bro. What's going on, dude?
Oh my god, man! It's altcoin season! Oh my god, man. I have no Bitcoin and Bitcoin's been ripping up. Oh man. I did buy Cardano today. Yes, I'm finally in Cardano. Only thing I've been holding is EOS. Hasn't done shit. But I'm finally in Cardano. Yes. Is this a good place to buy? Yes, I think it is. I think it's gonna go to new all-time high. I think it's gonna go $4. $4.
All right, horse guy's an ADA. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it works. Horse guy is in ADA. Actually, he probably goes a little bit higher, honestly. It's probably going to work out for him, honestly. At least a little bit. Horse guy and Wendy O would make the... Oh my god, dude, chill. Horse guy and Wendy O. I wonder why you say that, dude. Jesus, man. I'm trying to be nice. I try to be nice now, you know? But, man, I mean, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. God damn. Speaking of ADA, let's see if it can rip up to a new high. Let's see what we got going on over here. These ones chilling. Most days are chilling. Most days are chilling as we go into the weekend, man. I mean, we got some moves. We got some moves. Floki getting the big candle. Floki. Dude, why do I feel like it's gonna be a meme coin weekend? We got the Floki. No. I like goat. I like goats. Why do I feel like it's gonna be a meme coin weekend for some reason? But yeah, you got Floki. 3.1. It's also probably got a little bit higher to go too. Some of these alts got a little bit higher to go, I think. I mean, at least till they hit these major levels. 3.1. I think that's another like 12.3. Like I said, Bonk is also threatening breaking out too. And Pepe. It's kind of slowed down a little bit, but we'll see. Sneck's looking good. The Sneck? Dude, I haven't heard of Sneck in a long time. I bet Sneck's doing good because Ada's doing good. Let me look at Sneck. Dang! Look at the Sneck! It doesn't work as good when you say look at the Sneck. It's not like look at the Pepe. Look at the Sneck! The Sneck. The Sneck of the Sneck. Also got a little bit higher to go. Yeah, all these alts got like a little bit more room to run to these hit these major resistance levels. But yeah, Sneck also doing really, really good. 2.49. Whatever 0.000 2.49. What else? What else? What else? Whiff. Ain't doing shit. But anyways. Come on, Bitcoin. I want Bitcoin to go higher. I want the coin to keep squeezing up. I like when the coin squeezes up. I love when the coin squeezes up. Shiba and Doge about to pump. Give it time. Give it time. Give it time. Shib, I think it's got the chart to do it. Look at that beautiful falling wedge. I know you guys love falling wedges. You know on the channel, you know it's been a long time since I've seen a falling wedge because everything's been up. But this is a beautiful one. I love the Shib falling wedge. Honestly, it's a beautiful falling wedge. It's beautiful. It's sexy, and I love it. Which probably means, I mean, Doge doesn't really have the same. Doge is like an interesting chart right now. The only problem I have with Doge is Doge BTC broke to the downside out of this, and it's just kind of slow bleeding down. But I guess it could go up, but I think Doge is a little bit different. It doesn't really have the same structure. I mean, maybe it does. I mean, maybe I'm looking at this wrong, and I don't know. But you did come back to hit these range lows on Doge BTC. So we'll see. We're hoping this bounces and Doge can outperform Bitcoin. Obviously, we want Doge to outperform Bitcoin if it's going to fucking go nuts. I'm in Doge, so I'm ready to go if it does. But yeah, Doge BTC. We definitely want that to bounce back to the upside. Jasmine, a whiff. I own 50% Bitcoin. Nice, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm still heavy on Bitcoin. I did buy some alts yesterday, and I did long some alts yesterday, so to get some exposure to them. And but yeah, I mean, dude, I'm happy being Bitcoin, man. It's way less stressful to be in Bitcoin, and it's Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin just just continues to perform well, right? At least up to this point. I don't see any reason why I would stop at this point. I mean, if we look at the only thing that scares me is here, guys. This is the thing to watch going into this weekend. If we get a big pump this weekend, watch right here. So you guys should have this on your charts. Watch like really this region. Watch this region right here on USDT dominance. If we get a big pump this weekend, okay? So if this comes down, which means crypto goes up, it looks like that's what's going to happen. It looks like this is going to go down. Watch this, because this is where it might be a good time to take profits on longs, or take some profits on altcoins that are pumping. This might be a good level right here to watch. I think this is very, very useful, because the last two times we came and hit this support, this was a good time to TP. This was a good time to TP. All right, and I'm not talking about toilet paper. I ain't talking about toilet paper, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Taking profits? I just got in. I'm not taking any profits. You kidding me? It's way too early to take any profits. This guy's a freaking idiot, man. My God, who takes profits at the beginning of a bull run? Oh God, man, I love it. I love it. We even got Mike. We even got Mike, who's bullish. We even got Mike, who's bullish. Lord Almighty. Oh man, I love when Mike's bullish. We need TP. You need TP for the big poop. That's gonna happen. The big giant pooperoonie. Like the stream. Let's go, man. Shout out to everyone who's in the chat. Love you guys, man. I'm happy we're doing this. I'm happy we're doing this. It's good times. It's really, really good times right now. So thank you all you guys for being here and for being here throughout the whole bear market and throughout the whole grind to the upside on Bitcoin. And throughout the times where they weren't that great. But I think things are about to turn around here. And what I mean by about turn around, I think for the altcoin market, things are about to turn around. You're already kind of seeing it, but I think you're going to see a more widespread altcoin market here coming up shortly, which I think will be pretty fun. But it's already been fun for Bitcoin, but you guys know what I mean, man. You know what I mean. All right, we're starting to see, dude, I mean, if we're starting to see a little bit more squeezes up here. Let's see, anything else making new highs? XRP, not yet. XRP, I think, has got higher to go, by the way. I think we already talked about it. Like 93, 94 cents is the resistance. Even Chili's is moving up. That's how you know. That's how you know. That's how you know. Even Cosmos is moving up. That's how you fucking know. If Cosmos is moving up, you know shit is going down or going up. No pun intended. Don't bring up the PowerPoint presentations. Oh, dude, those were so accurate. That PowerPoint presentation earlier this year was so accurate. And I'm gonna bring up another PowerPoint presentation soon, aka within the next few months. We'll make another great PowerPoint presentation. When Coinbase is the #1 app, we will make a great PowerPoint presentation, and it'll be the best PowerPoint presentation I've ever done. Honestly, it'll be great. I don't think we're have to be worried about that right now, though. Let me look it up. App Store rankings. I think it dropped a little bit last night because obviously we had a little bit of a pullback. Oh shit! No, we're good, man. It dropped all the way to 33. It dropped all the way to 33. So that's what, like, pullbacks can reset this, which is nice. But yeah, Coinbase has dropped all the way back to number 33 on the App Store, which is really, really good. Why is that really, really good? Well, if you're new, I say this every day, but just to remind you guys, great thing to watch. Every time Coinbase has gotten to the #1 app, Bitcoin and the altcoin market have topped within a week. So that's really what we're watching for. I think 2 days ago it was at number 10. Now it's dropped to 33. So we got a little breathing room now, and that's sometimes like a pullback resets sentiment. So it's dropped all the way to 33. So that gives us a little bit of breathing room, at least based on historical standards, which I like. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. It kind of makes me want to play the pump song again. I like that a lot. Pump song. Here we go.
Don't you got to sing along? Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up.
I made it up only.
You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Got to feel it. What's the name of the jam?
We always got to play that a little bit. Shout out to Elliot. George, just want to say thank you for motivating me to stick around over the years. Remember the sock eating day? Oh, yeah, man. I remember the sock eating day. We did have a lot of fun in the bear market, man. Those were some shitty times, but actually, when you look back at it, those are the best times. Those are the times you have to buy Bitcoin really, really cheap. Those are the best times. But yeah, I remember those days, man. And there's a lot of long days, dude. I mean, this bull has had a lot of long days. And what I mean by that is we had a lot of fucking sideways chop this time, right? I mean, we had 2 6-month ranges. I used to say 3 6-month ranges. This was a 6-month range. This was a 6-month range. And this was a 6-month range. All 3 of those ranges were ass. It's a little bit different when you're volatile and you're kind of like up and down. Like, it's a little different. But yeah, man, I mean, There were some brutal days in this previous run up and bear that were pretty brutal when you look back at it, man. There was some boring ass days. Oh shit! But shout out to Elliot, man. Thank you, man. We got through it, and we got through it, and we're here. 91,255.
We're going to 100K tomorrow.
I can't wait till I actually can play that. Like someday when Bitcoin's at 100K, which I do think it'll hit it someday. Someday, we can play that, and it'll actually be legit. Like it'll actually be legit. Like actually legit. Ugh. Jordan's a stud. Steve, you're a stud. You're a freaking stud, man. You're a freaking stud. All right, well, now we wait. So Bitcoin 91.3. Now we kind of wait it out. I'd probably gonna leave in like 15, 20 minutes, guys, but maybe 30 if we keep pumping. I'll be late. I'll be late to my event. I don't care to be late to the event. Well, I do care, but they can wait 15 minutes for me if Bitcoin's gonna fucking pump. You know what I'm saying? If Bitcoin's gonna pump, they can wait. They can have some patience. 91,477. We are still moving up for the corn, guys. We are still moving up for the corn. Come on, Shib. Shib, show him who's daddy. Show him who's daddy. Show him what a falling wedge does, bro. Show him what a falling wedge does, bro. Show him what it does. I know you're gonna do it this weekend. I know you're gonna show him this weekend. You dirty thing. You dirty thing. Talking dirty to Shib for some reason. Oh man, this is going too fast, making me nervous. I mean, I've always said this, man, and people forget that when Bitcoin moves, how fast it actually goes, and it really does move fast. I mean, people forget 2020, dude. This is how Bitcoin moved in 2020, right? I mean, just look at this. You basically had, you had some little dumps, but from about 11K to 60K was pretty much straight up. I mean, obviously you probably had one deeper pullback here, which is about 30%. And then obviously up here you started distribution, but even from here to here, it was 130% pullback, which I guess could happen at any time. So just be wary of that. But and then also 2017, like this is the 2017 run. I mean, things can go up really, really fast, right? I mean, previous all-time high was right here. When you broke all-time highs, this was the price action. Right. I mean, you did have some pretty big pullbacks once again. I mean, I just don't, like, Bitcoin's so big now. I just don't think you're going to see pullbacks this big, unless it's like a bear market, right? I don't think you're going to see 40% pullbacks, unless it's a bear market or it's like an extended range, like we just had, the last 6 months, which was like an extended range. But these quick 30%, 40% dumps, I just don't think that happens. Yeah, these are both 40% dumps. But I mean, even from here to here, I mean, it was pretty much straight up, dude. So this is what it looks like now. I mean, this is really nothing. Well, I mean, it is something, but it's really nothing compared to those times. So let's see what happens. Not much left before back on the 6-year USDT dominance. I agree. Yeah, that's what this is kind of what I'm watching here. I think we have a little room here again for a pump, right? Do we have another pump here? But after this pump, what happens when we hit here again? You know what I mean? And that's what we need to watch for. I think I really want to see how we react right here. If we dump through, I'm going to tell you right now, if we break this 6-year trend line or 7-year trend line, I have no idea what's going to happen. I assume it's going to be absolutely nutty. As George would say, it would be nutty if we broke through this. Like if we actually were able to break through this, I have no idea what would happen. I assume it would just be an absolute freak show. But for now, I think for now, I think it's smart to just be cautious of it, and just whenever we come into here, just make sure you're taking a little off the board. But I do think this opens us up to a little bit of a pump over the next few days, if we can get it, which would be really, really nice. Really, really nice. Oh man, George like nuts. He does kind of like nuts. He likes the nuts. Oh. He really likes the nuts. You look at ETC. Oh man, I don't think anyone's asked for ETC in years. ETC. Remember the ETC fractal back in the day, dude? It worked really, really well up until here. And then it just didn't. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the Dino coins. I mean, ETC will move. I'll tell you right now, Ethereum Classic will pump hard when ETH does. Okay, just to put in this perspective, guys. Right here was April of 2021 or March of 2021. Basically, every other alt already pumped at that point. ETC did nothing. But then you guys remember when we went into like March and April of 2021, Ethereum went freaking bananas. And I remember this pump by ETC. ETC went up like a 1,269%. Basically because ETH was pumping and people were just buying Ethereum Classic just because. And Ethereum Classic went freaking nuts. So what I'm going to assume here is ETC probably doesn't do anything until ETH starts to move, or like until ETH starts to outpace Bitcoin, which may still be a little bit, but I'm going to assume that we're probably somewhere in here is my guess. Somewhere in here. And we're just waiting on ETH BTC to bottom, which probably I still think that's a few more weeks. And then maybe we get a move up when ETH moves, which would make sense. Sometimes people think Ethereum Classic is the real ETH because it's Ethereum Classic. But yeah, I would say like that's what I would say about ETC is when you think ETH is going to outpace Bitcoin, just dude, you want to get an ETH Classic. It's going to outpace ETH, in my opinion. Anyways, ETH is being attacked by the radical maxis. It always is attacked by the radical maxis. It'll have its day. I mean, look at, dude, ETH is doing nothing right now, dude. Do I want to show you guys the ETH Bitcoin chart? I'm going to show you it. People got to stop calling bottoms on this. We ain't even close to the bottom yet. We ain't even close to the bottom of ETH BTC. People got to stop calling bottoms on this every day. 2.9, bro. 2.9 at the minimum. At a bare minimum. Until then, it's better to be in Bitcoin. But yeah, right here. Right here. Right there. Butterfly said bottom. No, man. 2.9. Right there. Look at that pump and dump though. Yeah. I was like, yeah. Oh Lord. Big Canada guy.
Bitcoin is clearly a scam. Cryptocurrency is clearly an idiot with no common sense. And scientifically speaking, according to a study at the Bank of Canada, more people who are financially illiterate invest in Bitcoin.
Bert BTC Dom is 61. Yeah. I still think Bitcoin dominance is going higher, guys. People are going to keep saying it's not. I think it's going to keep going higher until ETH BTC bottoms. Because basically, what's Bitcoin dominance? Bitcoin dominance is basically ETH BTC. Because ETH is just a huge chunk of the altcoin market, right? So if ETH is not going to outpace Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance is going to go up. But that still means other altcoins can do better than Bitcoin, right? It's just that ETH, I don't think does better than Bitcoin yet. I still think this is just going to keep going higher. 61.15, another daily high on Bitcoin dominance. Another day where it's just better to be in Bitcoin on average, right? I'm going to keep saying that. I just think this is going to keep going higher up to a certain point. But I'm really just watching ETH BTC. Once ETH BTC bottoms, that's when Bitcoin dominance will top. But it doesn't really matter about Bitcoin dominance. I mean, you can play these other coins, right? I mean, you have XRP, Cardano, Doge, SHIB, all these other altcoins that are outpacing Bitcoin. You don't really need Bitcoin dominance to top to outperform it if you're good at picking the altcoins, right? But yeah, I still think it's going higher. Slowly but surely. Small cap meme pump? Maybe. Small cap meme. I could see us getting a meme coin weekend this weekend. Like a Bitcoin and meme coin weekend. Maybe. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. You already kind of seen it. Like Floki Pepe. Not really Pepe, but Floki. When chili goes to $10. Betson, yeah. Pickles. This dude said pickles, dude. Shout out to TDM. He said pickles. Pickles, bro. Check Ponky. Ponky? Well, I think Litecoin will pump during Q1 of the end of the cycle. Litecoin always pumps in like the pre-halving year. Excuse me. Freaking Litecoin. Litecoin's just random, dude. What I'll say is this, though. You want to see something cool on Litecoin? You want to see something cool, guys? I want to see something cool. I want to see something real cool. I mean, you could even do that. You have some wicks below. All led to some good rallies. They all led to some good rallies. Some of them better than other ones. Right? I mean, this was a really good one. This was a really good one. This was a really good one. This was kind of 2023, But I've always said, like, Litecoin is like a weird one, man. Like, could you see Litecoin 417 again? I think if this market gets crazy, you could see Litecoin at 417 again. And just repeat kind of what you did over here. But I mean, both the cycles top at the same place. You see Litecoin at... Dude, Litecoin top at 420. Slightly goes above at 420. Memes the 420. And then comes down. It could meme the 420. It could. Someone said relic. It is kind of a relic, but once you get to a certain point, I mean, the relics are going to move too. When Savvy would do Litecoin TA, yeah. He did Bitcoin and then just Litecoin for some reason. Literally just Litecoin. It didn't make any sense. I guess he likes Litecoin. Maybe that's why he's like anti-Bitcoin, because he's a Litecoin guy. And he wants Litecoin to be he wants Litecoin to be the end all be all. But it's just not. You know what I mean? Like, maybe that's why. ETH is sleeping? Yeah, ETH is sleeping, dude. ETH is sleeping. There's no doubt about it. ETH is asleep. But you're still holding the level we talked about yesterday, which was this order block right here below the lows. But I'll tell you right now, ETH is sleeping. Could it have like, I mean, it could squeeze up. If Bitcoin's going to keep squeezing this weekend, I mean, you could see maybe ETH squeeze up. But it definitely is asleep at the wheel. It is. There's no way around it. It's fucking asleep. Sleep. Maybe you get a little squeeze on it this weekend though. But it is asleep at the wheel for sure. A little squeeze. The 4 hour. 4 hour. I mean, it's honestly like probably not a bad long. It's just like is ETH gonna be? Oh, it was not a bad long right here, but is that gonna be the best mover? I don't know. I don't freaking know. I've been around 50% Bitcoin, 50% Litecoin for 10 years. Wow, Jiggly. I mean, if you're in Litecoin from 2016 or 2014, you're pretty well off probably, dude. That shit was low. That shit was real low. Real freaking low. Are we near the top or just starting the bull? We don't, no one knows. I would say this, the 5.3 theory is invalidated. I think what we can look at is honestly, I'm going to be honest. We can look at the pi cycle top and say, are we going to go against history, and is this market cycle going to top before the pi cycle top crosses? To me, the only barriers we have is this trend line, which is a little scary at 90, where we already rejected from last time. Now we have like the psychological resistance at 100K. That's probably going to take a while to get through. I can't see us breaking through 100K on the first try. I think we eventually can, but I don't know if we do it on the first try, right? Because I think a lot of people are going to be taking profits and closing longs there because it's like this huge psychological level. I wouldn't be surprised if we see actually a deeper pullback there. But the question is, that we have to get above 100. Now we have to get above 119,780 to get a pi cycle top cross. So to me, it's like you get above there. I mean, you're looking at 155, which is it crazy? Is it crazy to say 155? 155? If you believe the pi cycle top is going to work again, I don't know. I don't think it's too crazy, but obviously I'm not going to be waiting for that level. Like I'm gonna be TPing on the way up, but yeah, I don't know, man. We smashed 100K and run to 110. You think so? I don't know. I can't see us breaking through 100K on the first try. Unless you just have mad people shorting right there, which I guess maybe could happen where people just short, between 98 and 100, people just short the shit out of that level, and Bitcoin just says, fuck you, I'm squeezing through, which also might be a thing. Anyways, ship's starting to move. Ship is starting to move. Come on, ship. Show them who is the second OG meme. The Shibanichis. Oh, man. Koss is still mooning too. Let's go, man. So we got Koss and Shib. That we are getting some moves right now on Koss and Shib. Let's fucking go. Anything else? Anything else? Let's see. Algo just keeps squeezing. Floki just keeps squeezing. Now we got Spell getting a random pump. Anything else? I don't think so, really. Now we kind of got a lot of stuff squeezing up now. All right, so we're getting some of the laggers of the day that are starting to move up now, which is good. All right, so we're getting some of the coins that weren't pumping earlier, which are starting to get a little move up, which is perfect. Perfecto, perfection, and perfectable. All right, guys, I gotta go though. I gotta go because they're gonna freaking kill me if I'm late. So I gotta get out of here. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'll be back on Sunday nights for the weekly close stream. We'll have some fun. Hopefully, I think we're gonna get a good weekend this weekend, in my opinion. So everyone behave. Take some time off the charts. Go see family, visit friends, have a drink. But don't stare at the charts all day as much as I do, and my eyes fucking hurt. But my eyes are been killing me the last few days, man. But everyone have a great day, all right? Last thing is just make sure you guys are watching this. So honestly, if you guys are sitting there watching the charts this weekend, watch. Just please tell me you guys are going to watch. Like, just make sure you guys are watching this level. I'm not trying to scare you or anything like that. I just want you guys to be vigilant of this level right here on USDT dominance, like 4.15, which is basically the trend line that has basically topped Bitcoin both locally and throughout this whole freaking 7-year run. All right, so just watch that, and I'm hoping it breaks through. I'm hoping it breaks through, dude. So we'll see. Anyways, take care, guys. See you guys Sunday.